So like I said, we've been doing this for almost 14 years. Our crowds vary. Sometimes it's a full house. Sometimes it's a bit small and intimate like today. And sometimes it's just in the middle. But each time we're just very thankful to have our poets and our audience, our spoken word Rwanda family, which is you guys, with us. And without further ado, I'd like to call on the first poet from tonight. He's a brother from Malawi, but I think, I was just talking to him now, we're trying to get him a Rwandan wife so he can get citizenship immediately. He's part of the Spoken Word Rwanda organizing committee.
To an event, they told me that they would pay me in exposure. So this poem is called Exposure. You help me finish it at the end. The next time I get paid in exposure, I will thank the flash of the camera and the feedback from the mic and the work of the designer. I hope my landlord will understand when I pay my rent late and still need to put food on my plate because exposure is one hell of a currency. I hope that being famous is everything they say it is. I hope it's worth more than 5,000 francs and ranks slightly above the dollar on the exchange rate. I hope I can exchange it for wine and EXO and hugs and kisses. I hope the exposure will get me the dinner with Jay-Z and I would have turned down the 500K. Because who needs money anyway? The artist needs no food, electricity, water, needs no house or car or actual work. He lives with and for his art. No need for work because art isn't real work. It's not a real job. He has legs and so he does not need a car. He is powered by the gods, so he needs no food because he is always fasting. Always shocked that people won't pay him, so he needs no electricity. The artist must be bohemian chic, so no need for water because he barely baths. He is a desert all alone, and so we must pay him in exposure before we wage war on him, before he realizes that he has oil within him. The next time I am told that I will be paid in exposure, I will not frown. I will just be thankful that I was thought about for this event, that my art was considered at all, that they invited me to rub shoulders with these high and mighty people, and even allowed me to drink some coffee and eat a samosa. I hope that the next time they invite me, frown at all, that I will not think about all the things that my work has done for me, that I will be happy with the exposure. Thank you. Yeah, that's for every organizer that wants to hire me and pay me in exposure. I wrote this poem I think 8 months ago when I was back home in Malawi, after I had breakfast with my dad and we were drinking coffee. He said to me, "This is love, not war. Leave your ego at the door." My father tells me over morning coffee at breakfast that sweet aroma of waking up next to a loved one, that dense taste of knowing that you are alive, at least for now. He says, "Son, you don't always have to agree with everything your woman says, but if you can disagree with her and make her smile, then you have won half the battle. Because surely she is not shell-shocked and this is not Normandy and the world is not at war because you are both nuclear buttons waiting to be pressed. Sometimes you are both trigger happy. If she tells you that she can see your point but still disagrees, then you have grown. You are no longer a boy. You don't need these diapers anymore. Quit sucking your thumb, suck it up. For this is what it is like to have a lover who is a warrior too. She will cause you to know that boys are not built for war, so you must be a man. I know it's easier said than done, but son, trust me, this is love, not war. So leave your ego at the door. They say, like most arts, that their skill is honed through time and practice. So each time you argue, remember that this is love and not war. In the end, people remember how you made them feel more than the words you said. They say it takes a second to make a scar and a lifetime to heal from remembering that it is still there, even when it doesn't hurt. Your words can last a lifetime of scars and hurt and ink. They can be tattooed to the seam of her feelings. They can seem to be all that she sees when she hears you. What will she see when she hears you? So son, between the second you think about these words and the minute they leave the barrel of your lips, the machine gun tongue of yours isn't cutting through a rainforest of doubt and insecurities only. It is hurling hollow artillery at a human with feelings and emotions and bones and soul and skin. They are not hollow. They are not only spirit, they are body too and soul. For the most part, they are just human, not perfect, still waiting to be whole. And so you must remember that this is love and not war. Thank you.